Jassica Dolphin was not simply a woman with a pet. She was the whispered legend of St. Mirabel, a coastal Florida town where the ocean was both a playground and a graveyard, and where people swore that some houses along the shore seemed to breathe with the tides. Hers was one of those houses faded white paint, weather-worn shutters that clicked in the salt wind, and a long wooden pier stretching out into a private crescent of sea that looked innocent in the daylight and like an abyss after sunset. People knew she had been a marine biologist once, the kind of name that appeared in academic journals about neural mapping in aquatic mammals. But that part of her life had ended abruptly, with rumors of a scandal involving unauthorized research and unethical methodology. She never addressed it. Instead, she arrived in St. Mirabel one misty morning with a rented moving truck, a handful of sealed crates, and within weeks, there were sightings of a sleek, silver-gray dolphin in the shallows behind her property. Jassica named her Leora, and to outsiders it was a rescue story. Jassica claimed she had pulled the animal from an illegal drift net while visiting a friend's marina, but locals swore that Leora had no scars, only a faint circle marked behind her skull, as if something had been done to her rather than for her. In the beginning, the pair were a curiosity. Children would try to peer through the gaps in the pier to spot Leora gliding beneath, while Jassica, cigarette between her fingers, would lean against the railing, her gaze fixed not on the children, not even on the sea, but somewhere deeper, like she was watching a language only she could hear. Then came the wave that changed everything. The viral control fund trend, flooding TikTok, Instagram, and every social platform with videos of people signaling their pets with invisible cues, no voice commands, no treats, just a subtle gesture or a look, and the animal would respond. Most were dogs tilting their heads or cats jumping onto tables. But when Jassica uploaded her first video, the internet felt something different. Standing knee-deep in the glowing turquoise shallows, sun dipping low, so the water looked like molten gold, her hair tangled by the wind. She took a slow drag from her cigarette and flicked her fingers toward the horizon. From beneath the surface, Leora surged upward in an explosive leap, twisting mid-air in a perfect spiral before vanishing into the water without so much as a splash. It wasn't just beautiful, it was unnatural. The comments were instant. No way, that's just training. That dolphin moves like it's reading her mind. There's something not right here. Over the weeks, her videos grew more elaborate. She would stand on her pier, motionless except for the tiniest turn of her wrist, and Leora would respond instantly, circling her in precise vibrates, balancing a seashell on her rostrum for entire minutes, or freezing completely, mid-swim, as if time itself had stopped. The more people watched, the more the line between performance and something deeper began to blur. Internet sleuths dug into Jassica's past, finding hints that during her university years she had been involved in a classified research project, attempting to link human neural patterns with those of dolphins. Using a combination of visual signals and experimental implants, theories exploded. Had she implanted Leora with some kind of device? Was she controlling her through a frequency no one else could hear? Was this art, science, or something far more dangerous? The town grew used to the quiet influx of visitors who wanted to glimpse the mind-controlled dolphin lady from a distance, but locals noticed something the internet didn't. Jassica rarely smiled in those videos. Her face was calm, almost cold, her eyes locked on Leora, as if maintaining the connection required absolute concentration. And then came the light stream. It was a humid evening, the kind where the horizon blurred into the sky, and Jassica stood on a floating platform anchored far from shore, the water around her black with depth. The chat was flooded with viewers from around the world, hearts and fire emojis racing up the screen as she raised her cigarette, took one long drag, and exhaled into the heavy air. She gave a tiny nod. Leora erupted from the water like a silver blade, spinning high above her, then plunged down with a force that churned the sea into white foam. The water settled. 1 second passed, then 5, then 20. The comments turned frantic. Where's Leora? She's not coming up. Jassica. But Jassica didn't move. She just stood there, the platform rocking gently under her bare feet, her gaze fixed on the spot where the dolphin had vanished. After 2 full minutes, she stepped forward, slid into the water without a splash, and disappeared beneath the surface. The feed cut instantly to black. Leora was never seen again. Jassica never posted again. Her accounts remained frozen, followers climbing into the millions as conspiracy videos broke down her old footage frame by frame, slowing the clips to reveal moments where Leora's movements seemed to mirror her blinks, her breathing, her heartbeat. Some claimed Jassica had finally released Leora, into the open ocean, fulfilling a bond they could not explain. Others said the dolphin had died in some experiment gone wrong. The darkest theories whispered that Jassica herself had gone with her, swimming into a place humans were never meant to follow. And yet, even now, years later, fishermen in St. Mirabel tell the same story after a few drinks, that on certain moonless nights, miles out at sea, you can hear a massive splash followed by a laugh, soft, almost human, carried on the wind. And when you look out across the black water, for just a heartbeat, you see a pale face and a glint of silver moving together, watching from the waves, before they vanish again into the dark.